Hello learners, welcome you all for the today's session. Mobility of planar mechanisms, previous year questions. This topic from theory of machines, it will be very useful for the GATE and ESE 2023. Now this is your Sathyamoorthy sir. Guys, one important message, very important message. So before starting this session, free learners, free and non-subscribed student, you can get the opportunity to watch the plus classes with 7 days free trial, and the free trial period will be available from June 9 to June 12. If you activate your free trial through your Unacademy learning app, so you can watch the completely live classes, live interactive classes in the plus platform for the 7 days in Unacademy platform. So better opportunity for the students, right? I will show you one by one. First we will see the what kind of benefit you can avail. Yes student, be among the first 25 GATE learners to get free 7 days Unacademy plus learning pass. Okay, which only for the first 25,000 members. So don't waste your time, enroll now itself, get the opportunity to learn in the plus platform. Steps to activate your free trial: scan the QR code or you can directly click the link. The link is available in the description box. And register and choose the goal GATE and ESE and GATE and ESE mechanical and chemical goal, and activation code use the activation code Moorthy 536. Yes, to avail the benefits, that is Moorthy 536, MOORTHY 536. So what are the benefits I can avail through the plus platform? This is your question, right? You can watch the live classes, top educated live classes in the Unacademy platform. Then you can download the notes for your GATE preparation as well as for the competitive exam preparation. One more thing, you can talk with the educators in the live class itself through the raise a hand feature. So, and also you can chat with the community members, and all benefits available in the plus platform. So now taste the plus platform benefits by activating the 7 days free trial in the Unacademy platform. Then activation code Moorthy 536 and give start learning, then you can watch the unlimited live classes for the next 7 days. Only available in the Unacademy learning app. Terms and conditions also apply. What terms and conditions? Yes, you must be the fresh new learner. It's not applicable for the already subscribed members. Okay. I will tell you some more interesting things in the platform, and after discussing few topics regarding few problems in the part of mobility of planar mechanism, previous year questions. Here, mobility of mechanism. So what is meant by mobility of mechanism? The mobility of mechanism is called as degrees of freedom. Yes, degrees of freedom. Degrees of freedom is called as mobility of the mechanism. Expressing the number of degrees of freedom of a linkage in terms of number of links and the number of pair of connections of the different links is known as number synthesis. Degrees of freedom of a mechanism in space is defined by, here n, the notations n, it denotes the number of links in a mechanism. F, degrees of freedom. P1, number of pairs having the 1 degree of freedom. P2, number of pairs having the 2 degree of freedom, and so on. The mechanism, in a mechanism, one link is fixed. In the kinematic chain, any one of the link is fixed, then only it will be the mechanism. The number of movable links in mechanism n minus 1. The number of degrees of freedom of the movable links in the space 6 into n minus 1, because totally 6 degrees of freedom for the spatial mechanism, but one of the link is arrested, that means grounded or fixed. So the mechanism totally movable links n minus 1. Each pair having 1 degree of freedom will impose 5 restraints. 5 restraints means 5 constraints. 1 degree of freedom, remaining 5 directions are constrained movement. Reducing the degrees of freedom by 5p1. Each pair having the 2 degrees of freedom, then it is reduced by the 4p2. That means 2 degrees of freedom in the 6, totally 6. So 4 constraints available, that is 4 restrictions. Now spatial mechanism, number of links based on the number of links and degrees of freedom in the space. F is equal to 6 into n minus 1 minus 5p1 minus 4p2 minus 3p3 minus 2p4 minus p5. This is the degrees of freedom for any mechanism in space. Above criteria is hardly necessary to find the degrees of freedom as a space mechanism. This degrees of freedom belongs to the spatial mechanism. Most of the mechanisms are two-dimensional, such as 4-link or a slider crank mechanism in which displacement is possible along 2 axes. So therefore, one restraint, that means one constraint. 2 degrees of freedom, one constraint. The rotation is about only one axis. So 1 degrees of freedom, one free movement, 2 restraints. That is 2 constraints. Therefore, plane mechanism, any mechanism, it must be considered as a plane mechanism with the degrees of freedom is equal to F is equal to 3 into n minus 4, because here 6, it's for the space. Space, whenever the mechanism is placed in the space, 6. 3 belongs to the plane. It's a two-dimensional, 2D. It's a two-dimensional, so that's why we are considering it as 2D. F is equal to 3 into n minus 1 minus 2p1 minus 2p2. Here p, this is known as Spec criteria for the degrees of freedom of the plane mechanism. What is p? p1. Each pair with 1 degree of freedom imposes the restraints reducing the degrees of freedom by 1. So otherwise we can take it as number of lower pairs. Number of lower pairs. What are the lower pairs? What is meant by lower pair? Surface or line contact. Lower pair. Here P2. Each pair with 2 degree of freedom imposes 1 restraint, reducing the degrees of freedom by 1. It is called as number of higher pair. Number of higher pair. So what is number of lower pair? P2 number of higher pair. Then what is the lower pair and higher pair? So we need to discuss about the lower pair. Line or surface contact. Area or surface contact. Area or surface contact. Surface contact is called as lower pair. Lower pair. Line or point contact. Line or point contact. Line or point contact is known as higher pair. Higher pair category. Higher pair. Therefore, the links with lower pair as well as higher pair, the degrees of freedom, F is equal to 3 into n minus 1 minus 2p1 minus 2p2. Then this will be the right one. Okay, it is called as Spec criterion. Now, the kinematic chain with lower joint J, higher pair H, that is lower pair J, higher pair it is denoted by H, then number of links is L, then correlation in between the number of links, lower pair and higher pair is given by 3L, it's equal to 2J plus 4 plus H. 3L is equal to 2J plus 4 plus H. Note, if kinematic chain has only lower pair, then H is equal to 0. Kinematic chain has only lower pair, then H is equal to 0. Is it okay now? Yes. Now, few multiple choice question regarding the planar mechanism. So what is the degrees of freedom for the planar mechanism? F is equal to 3 into n minus 1 minus 2p1 minus p2. Here it's only p2, not 2p2, only p2. Okay. Now it's a mechanical engineering GATE 1993 2-mark question. 1993, 20 years back. The number of degrees of freedom of a 5-link plane mechanism with 5 revolute pairs. What about the revolute pairs? Revolute pairs are lower pair or higher pair? Revolute pairs are lower pairs. All are lower pair. In the revolute pair, 2 links are connected with the pin, or it may be in some revolute joint. So in the revolute joint, contact in between the two surfaces, it's a surface contact. In between the 2 links, surface contact, it is called as lower pair. And totally how many links available here? The question itself they have mentioned totally 5 number of links available. How many number of links available in the question? Totally 5 number of links available. Yes, now n is equal to 5. N is equal to 5. Is it okay? Then number of, next one, number of lower pairs. Number of lower pairs, that is P1. Number of lower pairs P1 is equal to, yes, all are lower pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, yes plus 5. Number of lower pairs 5. Number of higher pairs. Number of higher pairs, it is P2. There is no higher pair in this part. It's 0. Then what about the degrees of freedom? I will give you the different color. Therefore, F is equal to number of links 3 into 5 minus 1. 3 into 5 minus 1. Number of lower pairs 5. 2 into 5 minus number of higher pairs 0. Now, 3 into 4 minus 10, that is 12 minus 10 is equal to 2. Now degrees of freedom for the given planar mechanism, it belongs to 2. Is it okay now? Yes or no? Students, in case you are having any doubt regarding this part, so you can ping your doubts in the chat box, then I will give you the clarification for you, right? It's very simple. Okay, next one. We are moving to the next. Now match the following with respect to the spatial mechanisms. Here it's 2004 2-mark question. Match the following condition: type of joint and degrees of freedom. And what about the revolute joint? How many degrees of freedom available? Revolute joint, only 1 degree of freedom. Then how many constraint? 1 degree of freedom. F is equal to 1. Therefore number of restraints belong to 5. Number of restraints they are asking in the spatial mechanism, not in this. For the spatial mechanism, maximum degrees of freedom. Maximum degree of freedom. Degree of freedom, it belongs to 6. Now revolute joint, degrees of freedom is equal to 1. Number of restraints, it's 5. So P is matched with 5. P is matched by 5. Yes or no? That is P is 2. P is matched with 2. Now cylindrical, totally F is equal to 2. If F is equal to 2, then how many constraints? How many constraints? So it belongs to 4 constraint. Yes, Q is matched with 3. Then spatial mechanism, that is spherical mechanism, F is equal to 3, number of degrees of freedom 3, number of constraints 3. So it is matched with R. Therefore P2, Q3, R1. It belongs to option C. Here option C is the right solution for this question. Is it clear? Right? Okay, we are moving to the next question. Listen. Number of degrees of freedom of a planar linkage with 8 links and 9 simple revolute joints. Here we need to identify the degrees of freedom. So how to identify the degrees of freedom in this part? Number of degrees of freedom, number of links. We are aware of it. Formula. First, number of links. It's in GATE 2005. One more question. Number of links, capital N is equal to 8. Number of simple revolute joints. So revolute joint, it's lower pair. All are lower pairs. Okay. Now number of lower pairs. Number of lower pairs, that belongs to P1. P1 is equal to 9. Number of higher pairs. Number of higher pairs, its P2 is equal to 0. Then what about the degrees of freedom? Number of degrees of freedom. Number of degrees of freedom. Yes, all are important one. It is not necessary to memorize the formulas. We can derive the formula from the spatial mechanism. Already in the beginning of the session we have derived the formula. So from the formula directly we can calculate. Guys, in the next session I am going to handle all the topics previous questions in the theory of machines. Mobility of the planar mechanism, kinematic change, velocity and acceleration, cams, gears and gear trains, followed by the flywheels, balancing, vibrations. All the previous questions will be handled in the YouTube class, and followed by you can get the complete course on theory of machines for the GATE 2023 in the Unacademy Learning App plus classes. Number of degrees of freedom, F is equal to 3 into n minus 1 minus 2 into P1. P1, number of lower pairs. What is meant by lower pair? Surface or area contact is called as lower pair. Surface or area contact, lower pair. P2, its number of higher pairs, is line or point contact. Line or gears, cam, all are the higher pair. Now it's 3 into number of links 8 minus 1, number of lower pairs, it's a 9 minus 0. Now 7 into 3 is equal to 21 minus 9 into 2, 18. 21 minus 18 is equal to 3. Now degrees of freedom for the given planar mechanism, it's 3. Okay. Guys, in case you are having any doubt, please ping your doubts in the chat box, in the live chat box. I will give you the clarification. Theory of machines, very easy subject. The only thing you need to learn the concepts. The conceptual oriented study, it will help you to score higher marks in the GATE exam, in all competitive exams. Match the items in columns 1 and 2. So first what we need to do, higher kinematic pair. Higher kinematic pair, from the definition easily we can strike line or point contact. Line or point contact, it is in higher pair. Lower kinematic pair, lower pair, immediately it strikes surface or area contact. Surface or area contact. Is it clear? Then quick return mechanism. What about the quick return mechanism? So coming to the quick return mechanism, quick return mechanisms in the shaping machines, we are using the quick return mechanism in the shaper machine. Mobility of the linkage, that is degrees of freedom, is completely based on the Kutzbach criteria, or directly we can take it's an Krubler equation. Mobility of the planar mechanism, it's an Krubler or Kutzbach equation. So these are the things. It's immediately. Yes, good evening, Chinmay Patra. Good evening, Chinmay Patra. Now these are the known thing. Now higher kinematic pair, line contact available. So directly we can take P is matched with 1. Sorry, 2. P is matched with 2. So we can eliminate option B and C immediately because A and D matches the P with 2. Lower kinematic pair, it's an surface contact. Q is matched with 6. Q is matched with both option A and D 6, right, till now. Now next one, mobility of a linkage, it's a Krubler criteria. Yes is matched with 1. Yes is matched with 1 in the option D. So without correlating the or, it is quick return mechanism, we can conclude. Here quick return mechanism, it's a shaper machine, always shaper machine. So yes, option D is the right one. Is it okay now? Okay, next. We are moving to the next one. I will explain it one by one. Planar mechanism has 8 links and 10 rotary joints. The number of degrees of freedom of the mechanism using the Krubler criterion. Krubler criterion is called as degrees of freedom. The planar mechanism, number of links, it's capital N. We are mentioning it as number of links, capital N. 10 rotary joint. Rotary joint, it belongs to the lower pair. There is contact between the two links. It's a surface or area contact, so it belongs to the lower pair. Then number of lower pair, its P1 is equal to, the question itself they have mentioned, it's 10. Number of higher pairs, no higher pair. Number of higher pairs, its P2 is equal to 0. Now the degrees of freedom. Number of degree of freedom, F is equal to planar mechanism 3 into n minus 1 minus 2 into number of lower pairs minus number of higher pair. 3 into number of link 8. 8 minus 1 minus 2 into 10. 2 into 10 minus 0. Now 8 minus 1 is equal to 7. 7 into 3, 21 minus 20 minus 0. Now number of degrees of freedom. Mobility of the mechanism or number of degrees of freedom, it belongs to F. F is equal to 1, that is option B. Is it clear now? Yes or no? Okay, next one. Yes, here it includes D'Alembert principle also. What is meant by D'Alembert principle in this part? What is D'Alembert principle? Here, match the approaches given below to perform stated kinematics or dynamics analysis of the mechanism. Now mobility, degrees of freedom, that is Krubler's criterion. So directly we can match known thing. It's R is matched with 2. R is matched with 2. With only one we can conclude R is matched with 2 in the option B. Therefore P is matched with 3. Continuous relative motion, it's a Kirchhoff law, P. Then velocity and acceleration, it's an Kennedy's theorem, Q. Yes, dynamics analysis, that is dynamic static analysis, D'Alembert principle. Coming to the D'Alembert principle, sum of the inertia force and all the external forces acting on the system must be equal to 0. And one more thing, inertial torque as plus all the external torques acting upon the body, it's equal to 0. So here S is matched with 1. It's option B, direct 1. Is it clear? Next question. So before moving to the next question, I will tell you the important things regarding the Unacademy benefits. Already we have discussed. You can watch the Unacademy Plus classes by activating the 7 days free trial. Completely it's free. 7 days free trial you can activate now. Scan the QR code or the link is available in the description box. Click the link directly. Then register and choose the GATE and ESE, your preferred branch, mechanical and chemical. Activation code Moorthy 536. By using this code, you can unlock the 7 days free trial, as well as you can get 10% offer while you are taking the subscription on the Unacademy platform. Now, activate code Moorthy 536. Then directly you can start live interactive classes. Nothing can stop you from chasing your GATE and ESE dream. If you are planning to crack GATE and ESE, don't worry about the money and everything. Get started with 0% EMI today. Yes, 0% EMI. So what is meant by 0% EMI? If you take EMI for any product or anything in a bank or anywhere, so you need to pay interest along with the EMI. But in the Unacademy platform, they are giving the subscription with 0% EMI. You are going to pay only the subscription amount. You are not going to pay any interest amount. Avail loan and no cost EMI for GATE and ESE. Approval within the 2 hours. If you are planning for the GATE and ESE preparation, within the 2 hours your loan will be ready. Then after 2 hours you can start watch the live interactive classes in the platform. Minimal paperwork, flexible tenses. So call this number to get the support for the 0% EMI. Then benefits of 1:1 live mentorship with your Unacademy GATE and ESE iconic subscription. Get access to one free 30-minute mentor introductory session. Schedule the session as per your convenience. Exam and preparation guidance will be given. Progress report available to mentor for tracking learner activity. And after completing each and every test, Unacademy mentor, they are ready with your performance track. Then they will give you where you need to improve your preparation, where you need to practice, then what kind of test series you need to take in the particular subject to improve the performance. Subscribe now. 6 months available, 9 months, 12 months, 18 months and 24 months. So these are all the key points in the iconic part. Number of sessions, there is number of mentoring sessions in the 12-month subscription, monthly twice. For each month 2 times, 6 months 12, likewise 24 it's 48 you can get. Then special class features, interactive live classes. So install the Unacademy Learner app. Apart from the YouTube, directly you can get the interactive platform, Unacademy learning platform, either through the web browser or in the Android mobile phone you can access. Attend live classes, practice in the live chat and get your doubts cleared in the live class itself, all during the class, all during the live class. Okay, respond to the polls for a better understanding of your topic. So, and in YouTube you can get content, but in the Unacademy Learning app, after completing each topic, the live polling will be activated in the platform itself. So you can analyze your preparation level in the each and every topic in the live class itself. Talk to your educator in live classes and get your doubts resolved in the real time. If you are asking the doubt in the live classes, there itself your doubt will be cleared. Get notified for the lessons, upcoming courses and recommendations curated by just for you. So you can click the notification, there you can get the reminder messages in your app. Download lecture notes and get access to the recorded sessions of live classes. Revisit the important topics. One more beauty in the platform, in case you are moving any offline courses or for the any offline academy, There what you need to do, so you need to attend all the classes. In case if you are missing any class due to your personal commitment, that is there any family function, or it may be any internal exams or any cultural programs in the college, in case you are missing the classes in the offline classes, you won't get the same class from the same educator in future. But in the Unacademy platform, the beauty is all the GATE classes gets recorded in the platform. Whenever you want, you can access. Later you can watch the live classes n number of time. Okay, then you can download the complete notes as well as you can revisit, attend live classes, participate in the live chat, get your doubts clear all during the class. Okay, either through the Android mobile phone or through the web browser, through the any one of the part you can get it. Then daily scholarship test available. Rank 1 you can get 50% scholarship. Top 1 percentile 30% scholarship. Top 10 percentile 15% scholarship. Bottom 19 percentile 10% discount code. Okay, 10% discount, everything available. Daily test available. Whenever you want, you can attend the test in the platform. Then practice for GATE and ESE. One more beauty feature. Yes, Unacademy previous year question. Take 10-year subject wise test. Last 10 years subject wise test. Test your level of preparation. Get an all India ranking. Now enroll. Call for the more details with this number. You can get all the benefits. Community feature for Android that facilitates an educator learner connect even outside the classroom. So follow your favorite educator and join into the educator community. There you can get information about the upcoming batches, free classes, notes, DPP, daily practice sessions, and important questions, exam tips and tricks, and pep talk and motivational messages. Go to the Unacademy homepage, click on community, click on discover, follow your favorite educator, join into the favorite educators community, educator community. There you can interact with the educators outside the classroom also. Now iconic batch for the GATE and ESE 2023 open house sessions from our top educators every month. June 8th. Yesterday we have started the new batches. Mechanical A batch. We have started the machining and machine tools by Rajiv Singh sir. It's available in the Unacademy platform. Praveen Kulkarni, SK Manda, Devendra Singh Negi, JSK, Marut Tiwari, Rajiv Singh, Gaurav Babu, Aditya Gupta, Venu Gopal, Umay Mageshwara Rao, Saurav Thakur, Aman Raj, Shreyas. So these members, they are helping out to crack the GATE. Along with them, so I am handling the engineering mathematics. So I am going to start the new course. Okay, I am going to start that. So these are all the GATE top 6 rankers in the Unacademy platform. Year 1, CSNIT, and civil engineering, environmental engineering, electrical engineering, and these are the mechanical top rankers. Yes, hello Rahman. ESE 2021 mechanical top rankers. So Air 3, Air 13, Air 14, you also one among them. So don't miss this opportunity. Features of Unacademy subscriptions. Top educators and doubt links. Raise a hand in the live class. Special doubt link class. Ask a doubt feature. Study notes. Test series. And then these are common features available. The plus as iconic. Apart from the plus, yes, physical notes, 1:1 live mentorship program, strategy and study program, live audio interactions during the open house. So these are all the extra things available in the iconic subscription. Is it okay now? Okay. Now we are going to discuss the few more previous year questions. Yes, mobility of the statically indeterminate structure, always indeterminate structure, it's less than 0, so it's a negative, -1 or less than -1 is the statically indeterminate structure. For the structure, indeterminate structure -1. For structure, degrees of freedom F is equal to 0. Now, double parallelogram mechanism as shown in the figure. Note that PQ is a link, single link, the mobility of the mechanism. How many joints are there? PQ single link. So here any one of the link is redundant link. One of the either now mention A, B, C, I am going to give D. PA or BD or CQ. One of the link. One of the link is redundant. One of the link is redundant. What is meant by redundant? The redundant means it should not be counted while calculating the degrees of freedom. Now the number of links. I will mention the number of links in the part. It's very easy. Now it's grounded. Yes, link 1. Here it's a grounded one. Any one of the mechanism is redundant. Now remove any one of the links. So I am removing this one, center link, that is BD. The remaining 4 links are, it's a grounded one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number of links 4. Now number of revolute joints. Number of links 4. Number of lower pairs or revolute joints. So this is also, it's 4. Now F is equal to P2. P2 is equal to 0. Number of higher pair. 3 into n minus 1 minus 2p1 minus p2. It's 3 into 4 minus 1 minus 2 into 4 minus 0. It's 9 minus 8 minus 0. It's equal to 1. Now degree of freedom for this planar mechanism, it belongs to 1. Number of degrees of freedom of the linkage as shown in the figure. What about the number of degrees of freedom shown in the figure? Here it's a GATE 2015 set 3 question. 2015 set 3 question. I will explain with a different color. Yes, here link, fixed links are mentioned as 1, 1. It's 2. It's 3, it's 4, 5, 6. Now total number of links, it belongs to 6. Total number of links, it's 6 links. Number of lower pairs, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7. 7 lower pair. Higher pair, no higher pair in this mechanism. Therefore, P is equal to 0. Now the degrees of freedom. Degree of freedom. Now degrees of freedom, F is equal to 3 into n minus 1 minus P1 minus P2. It's equal to 3 into n, 6 minus 1 minus P2 7, P1 7, P2, sorry, it's a 2 into, minus 2 into, excuse me. Minus 2 into P1, minus 2 into 7, minus 0. It belongs to 15 minus 14. Degree of freedom F is equal to 1. It's option C. Degree of freedom F is equal to 1. Next question. Number of degrees of freedom of the planetary gear train. Now how many links are there? First we need to mark the number of links. First one, fixed one. First one, fixed one. And followed by followed by yes, it's link 2. Yes, this gear 3, this gear it's 4. Yes or no? Then how many joints are there here? Totally number of links minus 1 is equal to number of revolute joints or rotary joint. If you consider n1 is, that is n is equal to n is equal to number of links is equal to 4. Number of links is equal to 4. Next one, P1. P1 in between 1 and 2, 1. In between 2 and 3, it's 2. Number of lower joints. Here it's 3. P1 is equal to 3. Now higher pair. Higher pair, it's in between this point, it's a higher pair P2. Therefore P2 is equal to 1. Number of higher pair 1, number of lower pair 3, number of links is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now degree of freedom F is equal to 3 into n minus 1 minus 2P1 minus P2. 3 into number of links 4 minus 1 minus 2 into 3 minus 1. Number of higher pair 1. It's 9 minus 6 minus 1, it's equal to 2. Now the degree of freedom for the mechanism, it belongs to option C. Option C is the right solution for this question. Okay? Is it clear? Next one. Number of degrees of freedom in the planar mechanism having n links, J simple hinge. We are aware, if you know the relation between J lower pair, H higher pair, then n number of links. So correlation in between the J, H and n, 3n is equal to 2j plus 4 plus h. The higher pair they didn't mention. Therefore h is equal to 0. Right? Remaining 3n is equal to 2j plus 4. Now take 3n to the RHS side. 2j minus 3n plus 4 is equal to 0. It belongs to option D. Here option D is the right solution for this question. Is it okay now? I hope it's clear for all the students. One more question. Here, number of degrees of freedom of this planar mechanism. Number of links they have mentioned 4. Number of lower pairs, it's 1. In between 1 and 2, 1. In between 1 and 4, here it's 2. In between 3 and 4, it's 3. Number of higher pair 1. So number of lower pairs equal to 3. Number of higher pairs equal to 1. Same kind of equation. F is equal to 3 into n minus 1 minus 2p1 minus p2. It's equal to 3 into number of links minus 1 minus 2 into 3 minus number of higher pairs. It's equal to 1. It's 9 minus 6 minus 1. It's 2. Number of degrees of freedom 2. Here it's not the roller follower. Number of links they have mentioned 3. N is equal to 3. Number of lower pairs 1, 2. That is P1 is equal to 2. Here it's a P2. It belongs to the P2. Number of higher pair, cam and follower higher pair. So the same. F is equal to 3 into n minus 1 minus 2p1 minus p2. Number of links 3. 3 into 3 minus 1 minus 2 into 2 minus 1. That is 6 minus 4 minus 1. It's equal to 1. Degrees of freedom, it's equal to 1. Is it okay now? Is it clear? Yes. So that's it about the mobility of the planar mechanism and followed by tomorrow at 7 p.m. we are going to have the discussion on planar kinematic chains previous year questions. Okay. Thank you all of you.